to learn about HTML. This is an HTML crash course. If you have never coded before, believe me, this is the best and perfect course for you. I'm going to take you from scratch, believing that you have never coded before. If you have not installed your IDE, there is a link on how to install VS Code on the description below. Go back and watch the video. After the installation, you can come back and continue with this particular video. Now, we are going to start from the basics. Let us create a folder. I'm creating it on my desktop. I'm going to name my folder HTML tutorial. Okay, I hit enter. If you have installed the VS Code, you will notice and you follow step by step on how to install it based on the video on the description. If you right click when you open the folder, you will notice if you click on more, if you're using Windows 11, on Windows 10 you will see it immediately. Then you will see open with. So we are opening with code, which is your VS Code, and you will also see the logo. Click on it. It has opened up. Inside our VS Code, we are going to create a file. We are going to name our file index.html. Now, the index.html, the HTML is an extension which tells your browser that this is a web file. Okay, so in this index.html, we are going to start our coding. Okay, we are going to start our coding. I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to start. You may not do exactly what I just did. Now, let me increase the size of my screen that you may be able to see it. I hope you can see it clearly. I'm going to comment on each of the section, then I will now get back to you. The HTML document and specifies that the language of the contents is English. So it's telling your browser that the language is simply English. The head section contains metadata and links to external resources. So you are also going to see how we add links, both internal and external links, into our web page. Okay, stay tuned. Consider subscribing to my channel. Now, let us also check below. If you check, you will see meter set. In this particular one is UTF-8. Okay, specifies the character encoding for the document. Okay, now you also see meter viewport. This meter viewport is what helps your web page to be responsive. As I indicate, ensure the web page is responsive and adapt to different screen sizes. But that doesn't mean that this particular viewport will make your page responsive. No, but it will help to recognize the sizes. We are also going to study about responsiveness. Okay. Titled. In this case, we title it document. If I am going far, try to slow me down. The most important thing is you understand what is going on here. Set the HTML of the web page which appears on the browser tab. You are going to see what this document does. And the body. The body contains all the visible content of the web page. Everything we are going to do and everything a user see on a website, all of them are added inside the body. And remember what is going on here. Everything you see have opening and closing tag. Opening and closing tag. This is HTML over here. And if you come below, you notice that this HTML is having a closing tag over here. This is head. If you watch, you notice that this head is also having a closing tag over here. Please, you must understand this very well. And this is the body. Your body is also having a closing tag over here. Before we dive deeper, I want you to install one extension. And this extension, we are going to call it Live Server. It's Live Server. I have already installed it. If you see it, is this. Install this extension. We are going to make use of it. When you open it up, you will see install. Just click on the install. Please no Live Server this, please. Sorry, is this. When you open it, you will see install. Just click on the install. The extension will be installed. Thank you. Let's go back to the file when you are done installing this extension. If you want the file to open and close, you press on your window Ctrl+B. It will open up. It will close it. To open it, Ctrl+B, it will open up. Okay, so we are now going to preview this particular index.html on our browser, and this is where we are going to make use of Live Server. Live Server helps us to automatically preview whatever we are doing without us going to the browser to refresh the page. So in this case, we are no more going to go to the browser to refresh the page, no. But should in case you don't have the Live Server, what will you do? You will simply go back to the same folder that we created and you will see the HTML. Then you can now double click on it. It will open up on your browser, which is this. Okay, which is this. Now, what if we don't want this? We want to make use of the Live Server. Because with this, whatever we do, we are going to, with this, whatever we do, we are going to automatically come to the browser to refresh it. I'm going to show you the difference between this and the Live Server. Let us open with Live Server. Click and right click, you will see open with Live Server. Tap on it. As you can see, it has automatically opened up. Okay, we are going to see the difference, and this is also the one we opened by clicking on our index.html. Here you can see the document. This document is coming from this particular titled. If you change this document to anything of your choice, I am Bright, I can say Bright, okay, and we save, you will see because of live server, it has automatically refreshed, and you will see the name here becomes Bright, which is what you always see on every website you opened. If you open Facebook, you watch over there, you will see that they wrote Facebook. If you open Amazon, you will see Amazon. If you open AliExpress, you will see AliExpress. So this is the title or the name of your company on the website. While you can see this particular one we opened by clicking on the index.html did not refresh. Nothing has happened. Before this can do anything, we need to refresh it. As you can see, this is why I ask you to install Live Server. Is VS Code extension. Let us dive deeper. Now I have explained what this title does. Now the question you'll be asking me is, what can I do to see something on my website? Because over here, the page is blank and we have not done anything yet. Yes, let us assume you want to add a text on your website. On every HTML, we have what we call H1. We have what we call H1. For you to display something with H1, don't mind, I'm using an extension that I don't want to show you now as a beginner until you do what? Until you dive deeper. Then we can say H1, okay? On this H1, remember, watch very well. I'm giving a space, it doesn't matter. Our H1 have opening and our H1 is having closing tag. So opening tag, closing tag, which comes with slash. Whatever we do here, we can say my H1, okay? Then you save. If you open your browser, you have seen my H1. This particular H1 we have from H1 to H6. So H1, H2, H3, H4, continuously to H6, H5 and H6. Okay? We don't have H7 and H8. We don't have anything of such. Over here, if we also come back, I'm going to speed it up small and say H2, we can say my H2. We can also do the same and say H3. We say my H3, okay? Remember, whatever I am doing is having open and closing tag. Please follow me step by step, okay? Don't allow the video to be boring for you. Follow me so that you will be able to understand what I am doing. Now, you see what happened. My H1, my H2, my H3, my 4, my 5, and 6. The H1 is bold and follows by H2. The same applies to 3. As the number goes, you see that the boldness decreases. H6 happen to be the smaller. And we also have what we call P tag, which in a full business paragraph, P. This p tag, it doesn't matter where you put them, and even all this, it doesn't matter how you put them. You can even decide to take the h6 to the top of the h1. You can decide to even take it to the top of h1. It doesn't matter how many you are having it on a page. You can have as many as you want. As you can see, it's now on the at the top over here, and it doesn't matter how many you have it. You can have it thousands, and you can have it as many as based on what you are building. Okay, the paragraph, let us just, it's a paragraph. Okay, let us just write a text, and we are going to say, okay, this is our text. You can write anything of your choice. When you save and you open up, you will see the text has displayed. You can still put this text above all this. It will still work perfectly for you. It doesn't matter where you put them. Please be patient and stay tuned, that you may be able to understand what is going on. Your understanding of this is the beginning of your journey. Now, the question you ask is that all? I can even tell you, yes, you are doing something better. Believe me, you are doing something better. What if you want to add an image into your website? Let's say you have an image and you just want to add the image on your website. Let us look for an image which we are going to add on our website. I'm going to take an image on my laptop. I'm going to take an image on my laptop, pictures, my image. Okay, let us take this particular image. Okay, I can copy the image, or I can drag the image below. Then I can bring it over here. I can just drop it. This is not the professional way of doing this. You can still copy and paste it on the same folder, or I can still delete this. Okay, let me delete it. I have deleted it. Another thing you can do is you can copy it and come to this folder, which is on our desktop, YouTube tutorial. Then you can paste it. Have you seen it? I will show you why I don't recommend you putting images on the same folder without creating a subfolder for your images. What if you are having 10,000 images, hundreds of images? That means all this place will be full of image. I don't recommend that. But we are also going to check what happened this way and what happened when we arrange our images very well. Now, to display your image, we have what we called, let us come here and say, this is how to give a comment. Okay, this is how to give a comment. We are going to say display images. Okay, your web browser will never show this on a browser. This is a way to guide you through on your website. So over here, if you want to add your image, or you want image to display on your web page, we make what we call the image sign. Then we call XRC, which signifies source. Okay, then quote, then you call your image, the name of the image, as you can see is here. Then this particular alt means if your image didn't display for any reason, maybe network can cause the image not to display, then the name of the image can display. In this case, we can call it my image. Okay, we can give any name to show this is the image type or the what the image signifies. Okay, now it's supposed to have closing tag, as I mentioned earlier. You see, everything we are doing have open and closing tag. This is having a closing tag slash with a slash. So this is the easiest way to add an image into your website. Let us save this and open it on a browser. As you can see, the image has opened up on a browser. What if the image is too big and there is nothing you can do? We're also going to dive deep into that. You can add as many images as you want. If we copy this and duplicate, you notice that all the things we have done have already displayed on our web page. Do you get it? But I'm going to show you the proper way. On the same directory, create a folder. Let us call the folder images. Okay, drag this particular image to the folder, move it inside. It's now inside. So here you can add as many images as you want. Let us bring another image. This is my logo. Okay, I'm going to pick any image, okay, so that I won't be boring you. Let me take my image, drag, put it inside the image. Yes, they are having the same name, so let us rename this to image 2. Okay, okay, if you notice, we have two images, image 2 and normal images. Okay, now all of them are in a folder. You see how your folder is being neat. So if we come to this particular page and we call this image 2 and we save, you notice over here something has happened. You see, what we are seeing now is my images. This name comes from here. Do you know why? Because the file has been moved to a folder called images, and our website cannot recognize that because we didn't indicate that there is a folder. What can we do then? Over here you can now say images. Okay, then this is also images. This should be images. Check what happened here. Inside this particular images you are seeing, you notice there is a slash images. Let us remove this since we have done with the experimental. Okay, these images too. You notice they are in a folder. You call the folder slash the name of the file, folder slash the name of the image. Okay, if you save and you open it, you notice they are here already. This is the easiest way and the best way you can add images into your website. Okay, there are other things we are going to also dive deep. We have what we called anchor links. Links that leads you to other pages or external pages. And they start with A, and over here you can now give the name of the file. But we are going to, let us say, my external link. Okay, this my external link is what the user will see on the browser. Remember, we have never added the link. If we open this and we check, we see my external link over here. Check. If you click on it, you notice there is your mouse shows that it's a link. So when we click, nothing happens. What if we want to navigate to, let's say, google.com or Amazon? If we want to navigate to Amazon, now we can now copy the link of Amazon, which to me is too big. So let us say we want to navigate to YouTube, youtube.com. Then if you copy this particular link of YouTube, let's close it, and you come to the href inside the bracket, the double quote, then you just paste the link. As you can see here, https, then youtube.com. When you save this, it will now, whenever you click on it, it takes you to YouTube. So this is how to add external links into your website. What if you have created your pages, is having homepage, which is the index.html, about me, page, and services? How will you navigate into all? Over here, let us create another file. Let us call it about.html. At least if you see this, you know what it does already. Now save the file. If you want to go to this about.html, which is on your page, if you come back here and you do the same thing and you call about, now it will be about.html. This particular link will now take you to another page of your website. Here we can say about me. When we open this particular page on our website, you notice about me. There is another HTML called break, which we can use to now say, okay, we want whatever that is here to be on its own line. We want to break it. We don't want them to be together this way. So when you save, you open up, you notice now they are in column. If you click on about me, it has taken you to about me, and here is document. Over about me, you can change here to about us. Okay, let us also, over here we can go back to index.html and we can go say home page. Okay, then you save. Now here you can see home page. If you click here, you go back to this place, and you click here, you come back to this place. I hope you understand what is going on here. one thing I always tell my students is, every of my students, the most important thing is not me teaching. The most important thing is you understanding what I am teaching. Okay? If you are confused, please tell me the place you are finding it difficult on the comment section. I promise to respond to you as soon as possible. Over here, you notice you can now go to About Us. You can now come back to our homepage. The question is it how the website will look like? We have what we called li. Inside this, then we can still add whatever we want to add over here. Do you get it? We have UI. This, we make use of this a lot when we are creating our navigation. We have ordered list and unordered list. This is an unordered list. So here we can also add our li. We can add our links over here. We can also do whatever we want. We can say services. Okay, this you will know better when we are creating a navigation bar. Services. If you notice, there is a dot. This dot is coming from this. We have ordered list, which is okay. We can say one. If you save it, you notice it's showing you one. Whatever you do here, you can say services. Okay, then you can still come back again. You say what else do we do? We say website. Okay, design. Okay, if you notice on our ordered list, whatever we do, it numbers them, and they can do this continuously. It doesn't matter how many they are. If we duplicate, you notice it's numbering whatever we do. It numbers them automatically. It will number them for you, so you don't need to do any much work. So that is the difference between ordered list and unordered list. Remember, this is an unordered list, which starts from UL, and this is OL. Sorry, I supposed to make it more wide open for you. Now, we have known all these things. The question is, what are we going to do? What if I want this to show me yellow, red, and other stuffs? We are still learning and we are still diving deep. There are many HTML tags that I cannot cover all on this particular tutorial. For more information, I will ask you to navigate to W3 School to study more. Navigate to W3 School. The link will still be posted on the description below. Subscribe to this channel in order to encourage me to do more. Now, we said, okay, we want our page to look somehow. We want the background color to be anything of our choice. I'm going to show you the wrong way of doing it. Then, as we progress, I will now show you the right way and the best way of doing it. Now, if we want our background page to change, we can simply come to the body, then we say style. Remember, we cannot do this on the closing tag. We can't do it on the closing tag. you must do it on the opening tag, the first. Okay, not just on this, on anything you want to do here. We can say background color. We can say, if we say is green, it will become green. When you open it, you notice your background color has become green. Even if you remove this color and you say background green, it will still be green. Okay, so you can use background color and you can use only background, but this is not the professional way of doing this. Now we can still come to the axis and we can say style. We can say color. We want the color to be let's say white. Okay, the color will automatically become white. If you notice here, the color here is now white. Okay, over here you can see here say color should be red. If you save, you open. Okay, we didn't do it well. Over here we can say color should be red. Now if you save it and you open it, you notice the color has become red. These are the ways to style your web page, but hey, they are not the professional way of doing it. This particular image, we can also give it a height. Let us come to this image. If we want to give it a height and a weight, we can say weight. The weight is what? Okay, we can say 150. Yes, comma, we can say height. The height is, we can say 150. Okay, when you save, oh no, sorry, weight is 150. We can come here and say height. The height is, let us say 100. When you save, you notice that it has reduced. Check very well. If you remove this weight and height, if you remove it and you save, you see the actual height. So when you apply the weight, you notice it has reduced it. This is the way to reduce weight and height of your images, but we are going to do it better as we progress. We start doing it professionally. Let us remove the background color. Let us go back to our body and delete this. It doesn't look nice. If we delete, we notice our axis is no more showing because it has taken the same color with the background. So we are going to say it's black. Okay, black. Okay, over here we are still going to dive deep. Now, is this the best way of us doing it? I can tell you no. I don't think that you will like for your web page to just look something like this. It doesn't look nice, isn't it? Yes. On our next tutorial, we are going to learn on how to put all these things in order.